Hey, welcome to week 3 of your conscious living programming. My name's Alyssa, and we'll talk this week about the idea of integration. Week 1 was separation and how thoughts, actions, words, those choices can actually lead you further away from self, and that is what creates a lot of suffering. Week 2 was the concept of illusion, how all of this type of suffering is really self-created, and us feeling that we're separate than or other than or disconnected from, it really is an illusion because at our heart, at our very elemental basis, we are one. And then we'll come into this week, which is integration. So now with an awareness that you're choosing sometimes things that make you separate than or other than, how do we start to reintegrate? How do you put yourself back together? What do you intentionally choose to put back in your cup? So I think about this almost like all of the ingredients in your refrigerator. We live in a privileged world where hopefully you have some really nutrient rich foods in your refrigerator as we speak. And if you're like me, you love to make beautiful meals for your loved ones, or maybe you just love to eat amazing meals with your loved ones, whatever the case may be. If you think about the ingredients that you have in your refrigerator, you would select specific items that make you feel really good inside. So for me, I'm a Wisconsin girl. First thing I'll choose is the most delicious cheese, and I'll pull that out of the fridge. There's other things that I'm automatically drawn to as well. Produce, really green, beautiful, rich produce. I would take that out. I would start to put everything onto the countertop that I'd like to put together, flavors that satisfy one another and complement one another. And I would put that all on the countertop. So just start to think about that for you. What aspects of your physical world do you want to reintegrate and put back in? Let's think about healthy movement patterns. Movement patterns that make your body feel really good, whether that's yoga or bar or fitness in some way, some capacity that makes your body and your cells rejoice and ignite. If you think about that also from an energetic perspective, what types of conversations or relationships, how do you want to reintegrate those back into you? Who are the people in your life that make you really happy? And how can you choose them as an ingredient from the fridge and you take them and you bring them right into your heart and right back into yourself? When you think about this from an emotional perspective, too, there are things that happen in your life that feel really good, intuitively good, and then there are some actions, endeavors, even goals that don't feel great at all, but you convince yourself that you must do them. Integration is having a discernment, an intentional action around what you want to put back in. So as you start to see these ingredients displayed all over the counter, you can then create the most amazing meal for the people that you love the most. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a dash of this here, a dash of that there. And notice how each of these pieces of integration are making you feel more and more like yourself. Every bit that you add to your cast iron skillet, it has a meaningful piece, it has an intentional piece, and it's starting to pull out other flavors and other aspects and other expressions of this amazing dinner that you're creating. This is what integration is. It's saying that you don't need to put everything back in. I mean, you don't take your beach blanket and shake off all the sand and then put it down on the beach and just shovel sand right on top of it. Instead, you would take a perfect seashell that you found and you would place it on the blanket. You would, you know, dry off your toes, wipe off your toes, and you would step on your blanket so that it's clean and fresh and sand doesn't get in between your toes. You would do the same thing for your whole body, your whole spirit, and your whole mind. So shake off your blanket. Get the sand out of there and then choose with intention what you want to put back on top. And as you tiptoe back on top, it becomes intentional and sacred. And you get to make all these little decisions of what you want to put back in, how you want to integrate back in. And you'll feel yourself become more full, meaning more you each and every day. This week, it is all about that. Look at each aspect. Look at the physical aspects, the emotional aspects, the energetic aspects. Look at the conversations that you're having, the people whom you're relating to. And then just feel through it. Do I want this integrated into my life? Does this make me feel good? That's always the question that you can come back to. Integration's nice. It's like sifting through the whole bucket and just finding the little nuggets that are meant to stay, that are meant to be here, the pieces that are still really relevant for your quality of life, for your conscious life. And there's a difference. Have fun with it this week. It's like a week of hope. It's like a week of goodness. It's putting yourself back together again. Each puzzle piece coming back into its perfect shape, exactly where it was made. It's like going home. And as you continue to integrate, please know that we're here for you. You can reach out to me or Devin or anyone in our Ohana team so that we can continue to talk about these things. And just know we're here for you every step of the way. I'll see you soon.